Now, cases of the highly pathogenic avian influenza continue to rise across the United States. As News 18 previously reported, the disease was identified in a wild bird in South Carolina back in January. Now the virus has spread to other states, including 4 farms right here in Indiana. In today's Indiana Farm Report, I found out what impacts this virus could have on the poultry industry and what's being done to now limit the spread. The highly pathogenic avian influenza continues to be identified in the United States.
Any species of poultry is susceptible to it.
And Denise Darer Spears with the Indiana State Board of Animal Health says there's a reason for that.
We know that the virus is commonly spread and carried by wild migratory waterfowl. We're talking ducks and geese.
Right now, those birds are on the move because of their annual migration pattern.
Something about the wild migratory waterfowl is they can get the disease, but they don't get sick. It doesn't kill them like it will turkeys or chickens.
Once poultry is infected with avian influenza, steps have to be taken to prevent the virus from spreading.
The birds have to be depopulated because there's no cure for this virus. And honestly, it's an animal welfare thing. When you get into turkeys and chickens, they can die very quickly.
Darer says there's been an increased demand for truck drivers transporting required materials to the affected farms. Because of this, Governor Eric Holcomb signed Executive Order 2206. It says drivers transporting materials to the affected farms are exempt from regulations restricting their hours of service.
Poultry industry and the trucking industry, we're all seeing issues with worker availability, and so that was one of the issues that the initial farm was running up against, was trying to get availability for truckers to get the amount of volume that they needed to get in to make the compost piles.
Avian influenza can be devastating to a farmer and their operation.
We're talking 30,000 birds on a farm and they're gone. So it's loss of income.
But from a broader standpoint, I asked Darer how avian influenza could potentially impact our international trade.
There are trade rules that require that we notify our trade partners who buy poultry and egg products from the United States. We have to let them know about that. And in some cases, they may use this to their advantage and say, well, we're going to cut off trade, and that way it can give their local producers an economic advantage because it's a reason to keep our products out of their borders.
Darer and the president of the Indiana State Poultry Association both want the public to know one important thing about this virus.
Avian influenza does not present a food safety issue to consumers, so there's no reason you shouldn't continue to enjoy all your poultry products.
Now, backyard poultry producers are encouraged to maintain proper hygiene and biosecurity measures.